you go. We're going to find out which of these teams that is advancing to the next round. It's time to go over to the commentary desk as this game gets underway. It's Sims and Walshy.
Thank you very much, Axel Toss. Yes, indeed, Sims and Walshy walking you through this one. There's already a crowd inside the studio, which is great to hear for first thing on a morning. Capture the flag on Fathom. Dave, really quickly before we get this one underway, the gentlemen over there give their predictions. What's your thoughts on this? Personally, I'm with Wonderboy with the 4-1.
I'm thinking Liquid 4-2. I mean, most of the time us casters, we get some flack from other players. However, Mama Rain was giving me some flack for my predictions earlier, so I have to back Liquid.
Getting called out there, kicking things off. Renegades POV. Down goes 1, down goes 2, down goes 3. That's the 4th member of Team Liquid. Everybody is dead. Renegade, Railgun in the back pocket, will take control of top mid, looking down on that bat spawn. They're going to be coming off. You're looking in the kill feed. Ace there with a double kill. So at the moment, the Slayers, Walshy, well and truly in the hands of Str8 Rippin.
Absolutely. It is 7 kills to 1 death right now for Str8 Rippin. That was the very first death we saw on screen, and it shows with that flag capture. Flag number 1 going to Str8 Rippin.
Another double kill coming out of APG down in the kill feed. You called it perfectly, Dave. Back of the net. 1-0 now going to Str8 Rippin. You want to come out hot. You want to come out fired. And this is exactly what Str8 Rippin are doing. Ace looking around here. Pretty much we see Snakebite down in this corner with the light rifle time and time again. Very typical optic play. Just hang around this bat area, be a nuisance, and just drill the enemy team coming out of that spawn. We'll rotate back. Probably going to go and check out top mid. APG though, time and time again, Dave. It's just double kill after double kill.
Yeah, one thing I want to point out with Ace though too is he ran out of light rifle ammo, just doing so much damage across the map, helping out his teammates. One of those things that's enabling players like APG to get those double kills. 14 slays to only 6 for Team Liquid.
This is an absolute bloodbath, but they do need to keep up the pressure. They can't let that slip. You don't want to give Team Liquid any kind of breathing room, because as soon as they manage to set fire, they will keep on going. Renegade's POV just kind of wandering around bottom mid, checking out where people are. Someone will catch him off guard, hits him in the back of the head. He will drop down. Ace's POV now. Grenades go down. No hit markers are found. He does get one. He's got a teammate there as well. Look for the assist medal coming up. He doesn't actually follow through. APG's there working as a team. One body drops to his left-hand side. 1 to his right. Railgun goes in his hand. Thrust forward as well. The Spartan Shard gets out of danger. And now he's going to go up to top mid. Gets his shield back. If he gets this kill, it would have been huge, but one of his teammates will at least come in the form of Renegade. He goes down as well. Camo has just dropped.
Every player on the map right now, eyes are on top center as that camouflages up. These players and teams know how to focus on those power-ups. You're not going to get away with that for free.
Nope, indeed. You're not going to get away for 3, especially when 3 members of your team are dead. Richie Hines will answer back. Can he get this double kill? He needs to get Eco out of the base. Yes, he does. Pops a bullet between his eyes. Now they can clear the base. Now they can make some ground. But as soon as they try and push out of the base, Dave, they've already got Liquid on their backs.
Yeah, we are now seeing Slays actually even. 23 kills for Team Liquid and only 20 for Str8 Rippin. So seems like Liquid has been able to close that gap, but we haven't really seen much of a chance for a flag capture. We've seen the flag barely pulled, but seems like Str8 Rippin are doing an incredible job of playing defense in their base.
Well, it could just be morning jitters, you know. Things need to warm up. Ace will get the reversal medal. We're going to go hop on board with Team Liquid's POV now, kicking things off with Eco. Down goes 1, looking for the second. He's out in the courtyard. Great shots from him. Will scope in, but he's got a player behind him. He does go down. Not entirely sure which player that was, possibly Hines, who did fall. Penguin with the assist. Somebody tries to ninja him, does at least get a beat down off. So 1-for-1 trade there.
That was some great patient play by Penguin during that melee fight. Interrupt myself for a second as Eco brings in that flag. Rain's gonna put in. It is now a tie game between Team Liquid and Str8 Rippin. What I was going to say, though, was during that assault rifle fight with Penguin where he got caught off guard, he made sure to start firing the assault rifle first and then go for the melee, where a lot of players would just panic in that instant moment and just go straight for the melee. That's what enabled him to get that trade.
For many, many years, people have been pre-firing, especially time and time again. You do see quite a lot of players, because of the radar, baiting people out. They'll tap the air and say, come on, my friend, come and have a go at this one. And it will pay off, which is exactly what you mentioned, Dave. It did pay off in that instance. One player coming out of Little Door. That's going to be Eco, putting some great shots on him. Ace comes around. He's all tanked up as well. Looking for the call-out, though. He needs a teammate to at least help him out. I believe he's got one in treehouse. 2 members, though, of Liquid taking top middle control. 1 player above him in the treehouse as well. So at this moment in time, Days, it's just Liquid just really battering down on Str8 Rippin in the spot.
Yeah, players may have wondered why Eco was able just to look at that front window and not get shot in the back, but like you said, he had that perfect backup from the treehouse, so it almost felt like he was vulnerable, but it was a perfect bait and switch.
I like what Rain's doing here. Nice patience rather than run down and give away the railgun. You might as well stay up top. There's the double. One of his teammates is where it's Penguin. He's going to get a touch on it. Can he get this triple? Richie Hines behind, just jump out. Doesn't manage to get the triple, but does get the kill. So at the moment, Str8 Rippin, they are put back on the respawn screen. Great place from Rain. Let's see if they manage to get this flag in the window.
They should. I mean, in theory, once you get the flag halfway across the map, if you just trade slays, your teammates are going to spawn close to the enemy, and that's exactly what happens. Flag number 2 going in for Team Liquid.
2-1 Team Liquid. They brush off that poor performance at the start of the game, and now they are on the road to victory. 2-1 current scoreline. Going to be with Rain, taking top middle control. APG caught off guard, doesn't see him instantly, will get tagged up. 1 player though comes out, that's going to be Ace, who shuts him down, but they still need to make use of Eco. Get him out of this corner, just up in the attic, getting some shots off, and you know what, when you push Ace back like that, one of your teammates comes in the form of Stella. He cleans up as well. Railgun's going to be dropping in 15 seconds.
But look at this great flank by Eco right here. Not only was he being a distraction over in the treehouse, instead he pushes all the way to Str8 Rippin base and is just doing damage over there. It forces Str8 Rippin to make a difficult decision. Do they send players back and go on defense, or do they go on the offensive and try to grab that Liquid flag? It looks like Str8 Rippin has all the kills across the map, so I think they have their choice of whatever they want to do at this moment.
Hines takes down Rain, and he's going to grab Rail as well. Will thrust back. Now he's staying alive. Full shields, top middle control. This is where you want to be. He's got a teammate as well for some support. Somebody else running in on his left-hand side from the treehouse. They know where they're going to be spawning. They're going to be on the red vat. Ducks down for a second, gets his shields back. Just, oh,
look at that prediction. These players are on top of it, just knowing exactly where they're going to be coming from. I mean, that's clearly a spot where players come from time to time, but how often do you see these pro players pre-charging that railgun fire?
He read it like a book. He knew exactly where he was going to be, and then he took another shot, which a fair play, didn't get the kill, but at least he was looking for some hit markers. Perfect call out. Came in there. Good God, Richie Hines. He gets melted by 2 players. It's though inside red base, camo in hand. But on the opposing side of the map, Dave, he's got problems of his own. The flag is being moved. What's the play here? Do you pull or do you slay?
You've got to slay. I mean, you pull and you just give away your position. Of course, the Liquid members are going to be rotating back. What's happening? Ace gets taken down by 2 grenades. That's a really rough situation. Now, I almost feel like that's a inefficient flank right there. Most time when you're flanking, you got to be doing damage or something to distract. But we see Rain bringing in that 3rd and final flag. That's a 3-1 victory for Liquid. They're going to go up 1-0 in the series.
What a night and day performance, especially when we kicked off that game number 1. Str8 Rippin were just all over them.
It was something like 10 slays to 2 at the very beginning of the game. I mean, sometimes you'll see some amazing starts where you get 3 or 4 kills to 0 answered. However, for them to do that back-to-back at the beginning of the game is just incredible.
19 and 13, Timmy Tinkler going huge. 15 and 13 for Stella, 12 and 16 for Penguin, 7 and 14 for Eco. Not the best of stats, but you know what? That doesn't matter because it's all about the win. The 2 players that did go negative, obviously, 21 assists between them.
Yeah, nearly even in slays, 56 to 53. I actually want to see flag grabs at some point when we get a chance, just because I was curious about their efficiency. We saw 1 flag grab from Str8 Rippin and 1 capture. The very beginning of the game, that's the only flag they touched for the rest of the game.
So taking a look at some of these highlights of that last matchup. If you are just joining us, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to day number 2. This, of course, is Saturday of the Halo World Championship 2017 Grand Finals. $1 million prize pool on the line and a big trophy to be lifting at the end of the week. Plenty of teams still in this. However, it's the unfortunate time of the week. We do have to start eliminating rosters. We did go through pool play yesterday, and of course, 2 teams advanced to the winner side of the bracket. 1 team dropped down, losing 1 life, and faces the loser bracket run of a nightmare. Because I tell you what, Dave, Harry called it perfectly. That loser bracket, it's a Shark Tank.
Yes, there are so many strong teams in there. I remember seeing Naded tweet yesterday just about all the teams they have to beat. He said something along the lines of, if there are no upsets, we have to beat this team, and it's something along the lines of winning 28 games. So that's not including any possible losses.
I will always throw my mind back. Always throw my mind back to what was possibly one of the best games that we saw, if not the best game at the Halo World Championship 2016, and it was that Allegiance reverse sweep. I've seen Naded do god tier things before at a Halo World Championship. I don't think he's got anything to worry about. More than likely going to be able to do the same again. Hope he does. We love a good old upset. Taking a look now, one of the best players in North America, Stellar. First attending event was 2016 X Games. So, you know what I mean? When you look at that, Dave, this boy's not actually been competing for that long.
No, not at live events for that long. The most impressive part of that is, since he's been Liquid, never placing lower than second place. We continuously talk about Envy and Optic and how there's this rivalry and how Envy has actually beaten Optic. However, they have not placed lower than second with this roster.
Absolutely incredible stuff. And the X Games event that he attended was part of the Halo World Championship Tour. So essentially, in a year, how much of an impact has he had on the North American scene? That's insane.
Yes, just these players just making waves. Some of these players that you've seen at the Halo World Championship this year have grinded their way up, going to multiple tournaments over the past 5 or 10 years, and there's some that have started just this year alone.
Slayer on Coliseum will be game number 2, kicking things off with Rain, making his way over to that sniper rifle. We got rockets in play also, so we'll look to see which team managed to bag them. Grenades do go down. Hitmarkers are already found for a second time. Gold medal comes in from Eco. That's an assist. That's a second kill. 2 members of Str8 Rippin go down. One player, though, being rather sneaky. He has cop for him, so looking for the call out there, trying to do a huge flank around the back of Str8 Rippin. But you know what? That's going to get instantly wiped out. It's going to be Hines. He gets removed. That's Penguin with the kill as well. He gets taken down in a trade-off. Who's got the Rockies at the moment? I'm hearing them firing in thick and fast, but it looks like
Renegade
it's going to be Str8 member.
Yeah, Renegade had them. He got taken down, and now they're in the hands of Rain, who might die with them as well. These might be some cursed rockets, though. I have not seen a single kill of those rockets yet, and I've seen a couple misses.
So we're looking at... Ooh, if that would have stuck in there, I would have just lost everything. Up here on stage, down he goes, though. Sniper rifle will transfer back to Str8 Rippin. 5-5, all tied up. 1 minute into the game, 11 kills already down. One-on-one battle here with Rain and Richie Hines. 1, 2, 3 members of Team Liquid go down. And look at that lead. Extended huge to Str8 Rippin, and they've got sniper control. And Ace, what a person, what a player to have a hold of a weapon like this. He can sit back, anchor here on elbow. So long as his teammates play around him, Dave, and allow him breathing room and some defense as well, he could really extend the lead here. Yeah,
he was originally concerned about that rocket corner side. However, as soon as he noticed his teammate over there, I believe that was APG, he realized he had free reign to snipe across the map. And that's what a lot of these players are going to do. They're going to notice the threats that are nearby, worry about that first, and as soon as that's all cleared, and as soon as they have that breathing room, all they're going to worry about is picking off these crazy angles across the map.
Yeah, looking in the corner to see if anyone will come around. He's kind of aware that somebody is creeping around, especially...
It's that Spidey sense. After you played Halo so long, like, there's this feeling that's like, oh, this is too good to be true. I haven't any pressure on me yet. I haven't seen people shoot me across the map. There has to be somebody just crouch walking nearby me.
But I suppose it also gives you how much faith you have in your teammates. Now the grenades are coming in. Now he's got a kind of, oh, he's seeing red X's to his right-hand side. He's getting tanked up from the left. What a collapse coming out of Penguin. There's the double kill. You got Stella going 1-on-2 here, puts down the splinter, hoping one player walks in. But look at that, the assists. We spoke about this. This is what you want to be working as a team. And now all of a sudden, Dave, we're all drawn up.
Yeah, even Steven. This is one of those weird situations, too, where it feels like anytime a team has the power weapons, we haven't really been seeing them do too much with it. Like when Ace had the sniper, we saw that great snipe over at the red rocket corner. However, beyond that, we did not see any other kills. We haven't seen them going on these streaks, which these players are notorious for. It seems like in a lot of other past matches, or in general, we see these players get control of sniper or rockets, and then they'll go on a killing spree.
Couple of trades across the map. We do see rockets. Oh, baby, double kill snapshot also here for Eco. Does have no shield, so he's just going to get out of the way and grab them back. Snipers come up again, so 2 snipers potentially in play, Dave.
And, you know, us casters, we are wrong all the time, make horrible predictions. I could have been more wrong right there when I talk about we don't see these players go with killing sprees with these power weapons, and 2 seconds later we see Eco hit the headshot for the spree and the double kill.
Random sticky across the map, and then hits it up with another headshot, 23-17. Now Liquid are really beginning to batten down the hatches onto Str8 Rippin. Plenty of power weapon control. And as we move from one sniper, we move on to another. Rain finds a headshot onto Renegade. One player drops down into pit. He's got Penguin above him from some support. He's trying to flush him out. And look at that, he just pushed APG out into the open, and his teammate was there to collect.
I love that. As soon as he realized that other player was near no shields, he did not hesitate. He just bust out his pistol, tried to get that extra shot or two, and ended up getting the distraction for his teammate Penguin. But whole point being is he knows when he should be using the sniper and when he should be laying down shots with the Magnum.
Oh, I'm seeing, I believe that was a player from Liquid who may have just combat evolved the rockets across the map. One player has gone down. Richie Hines with a double kill in the kill feed, so more than likely Rain knows that Hines has these rockets in his pocket, so needs to be careful. 3 members though, I've got to call this one out, 3 members here of Liquid. They're all kind of boxed together on this elbow, Dave.
That's what's gonna happen though. As you called out before in the kill feed, we saw a double kill from APG, and either what's gonna happen is you're gonna have your teammates spawn near you over in that corner, or your teammates are gonna spawn across the map. So you're kind of in a bad situation either way. Either you don't have backup or you don't have angles of attack.
They've cut the deficit in half. It's from 10 down to 5, make that 6. Eco's allowed to wander freely around the pyramid. What a crouch around the back. Doesn't manage to stay alive, but he did at least stay hanging on for dear life like Spider-Man on that pyramid side. Now Ace is giving the sniper rifle once again. Can he bring this deficit even closer? Down by 5, 28 to 33. APG goes down in front of him, so he knows there's people around the sniper area. One down in silver. Just misses that player, probably now creeping through Maze, Dave.
Yeah, he knows there's players creeping around different spots, but the bigger issue is this pressure coming in from red base. I wouldn't be surprised to see Ace either sprint or jump this off the map, and that's exactly what he's going to do. He realized he was the only one over in that red corner, and after being on the receiving end of a few sniper headshots from players like Eco and Rain, he'd rather have that sniper rifle off the map.
So, take it off the map indeed, Dave. It's an old thing that we've been doing since Halo 2, rather than giving it to the opposing force, but it does at least cause you a death. Still, this 5-kill buffer that Str8 Rippin just can't seem to close.
That's a funny point you bring up about jumping the sniper off the map, how it really did only start in Halo 2. Because I started to think about Halo 1, it's like, snipers came up every 30 seconds. Like, there was no incentive ever to jump off the map with that.
The amount of times I just grab it and fail, especially in Halo 3, you just grab it, it's like, nope, I'm going to go dive. It's narrow, so I'm just diving off the map. You're not having this one, fam. But less about old times, more about this one. It's a big deficit and a big gap that is starting to open up here for Str8 Rippin. They need to really claw things back, stack to work together just a little bit more. Penguin crouching around, 2 players though, moving into Fountain. He does bank that off the floor. APG, nice kill from him. Finds Stella though, the oncoming assault. The SMGG comes out, grenade goes down. He reads Stella like a book done. He knows that he's going to challenge. Nice patience there from APG, Dave, just to back off and let Stella make that initial push.
Yeah, in certain cases, Halo is clearly a game of winning your individual battles, out-teamworking other players, but it's also capitalizing on your opponent's mistakes. It's much less about going out and making clutch plays and more about letting your opponents make mistakes.
Micromanagement, and I tell you what, they need to micromanage Eco because he's just picked up the sniper rifle, which is exactly what Renegade has done. Now, Renegade, let's see what he can do, but he's got some support. He does get hit back as one player jumps in. Can he get this kill? No, he cannot. That is a very, very vital kill coming out of Stella because not only does it stop Renegade from doing some disgusting things, but look, it puts the sniper rifle and the map control back into the hands of Team Liquid.
And we kept talking about how well-rounded all these players are. It goes to show how many different players we've seen the power weapons in the hands of. We saw the sniper in the hands of Rain, of Eco, of Ace, of Renegade, and all of them doing work with it. Now it's Penguin's turn.
Looking around then, things are going to quieten down for all but a moment. The calm before the storm. Can he clip his legs? Not just quite. A little bit of trigger discipline, and why the hell not? 40 to 44, only a 4-kill lead here for Team Liquid.
And that's a great point about the trigger discipline. There's going to be certain situations where if that player is attacking one of your teammates or is in a threatening spot from one of your teammates, you're going to want to put that shot on immediately. You don't want to wait and try to go for that headshot. Whereas in a situation like this, you want to use that element of surprise like he gets that headshot on Hines over at Top Snipe.
Good God, that was a quick scope if I've ever seen one. There's another as well. Make that 2. Penguin doing God's work with this sniper. Will rotate around. Look at these 2 working side by side. The buddy system, Dave, just rotating together, following Stella. Stella leads the charge. Penguin follows behind with the sniper rifle. Eco's going to push up in front of him with the rockets. Now he's got a cone of defense. Now he's got 1 to his left, 1 to his right, which it's going to give him this breathing room. Now he can push forward, push up. Will check down Maze, moves up onto the sofa. And this is it. You kind of just calm and collective. All you need is 3 more kills.
Yeah, they're taking it slow and methodical, though. They're not just charging across the map randomly, because they realize if they let go of this sniper rifle or those rockets, that could be the end of the game for them if that gets in the hands of Str8 Rippin. They just want to take it little by little, take up as much ground as possible, have multiple angles of attack as they collapse in on these Str8 Rippin members, which they know have to be near red base.
Look at that collapse. GG, no re. There you have it. Game number 2 going to Team Liquid. And I've got to say, Dave, at the end, that was perfect Halo. You could see how they were working up as a team. One player goes out on the left. Penguin moves up the middle with the sniper rifle. You see Eco diving in onto the bridge with the rockets. And then all of a sudden, you just see one other player, the final player, over on the rocket wing. It was just a complete wall of Liquid just closed down onto Str8 Rippin, and unfortunately, the stats do prove it. 17 and 16, Penguin and Eco going huge for their team. Renegade having a fantastic game, 15 and 14, 9 and 13, 9 and 12 down for Heinz and APG. Ace, 8 and 11, but yeah, just at the end there, that is Team Liquid at its
Just played it
finest.
so smart and so safe. They didn't just sit back and hope that Str8 Rippin made an exact mistake. They went through snipe side, tried to see if there's any kills they could get there with the rockets and snipe. They realized, all right, next step, let's try to check out Red Fountain and maybe Red Cave. Realizing those spots were safe, now they just had so many angles of attack on that red flag area.
So let's talk about the mentality then. You're now 2-0 down in this best of 7. Dave, let's put you in Clutch's position. What are you saying to Str8 Rippin? What are you saying to the team to get their heads back into this game as we move into game number 3?
Well, I'd probably be saying something different than what Clutch is saying. So, but to get Str8 Rippin back in this one, they've been there before. They just have to take it game by game. This is a long series. You can afford a loss of a game or two in a best of 7. Those could have been some of Liquid's better game types or Str8 Rippin's weaker game types. I don't really think that's much of the case because we know of how strong of a squad Str8 Rippin is on Coliseum Slayer. But at the end of the day, you take it game by game. All you do is just say, all right, game number 3. What are we going to do here on Strongholds? What place are we going to control in Empire? You always look to the future. You never criticize the past until the end of the series.
So moving forward, we will be moving into game number 3 momentarily. But people at home, please tweet the stream. Use the hashtag HaloWC. I want to thank everybody for joining us this weekend. All the YouTubers, all the content grinders, all the Twitch streamers, everybody over on TeamBeyond.net, everybody over on Halo Waypoint, everybody on Reddit Halo. You guys are the community. You're the reason we get to do this by supporting us and supporting this game. So thank you so much for joining us. And of course, the live audience. We've got people watching in the studio, we've got people watching outside the studio. There you go, guys. They are there. They are alive. But game number 3, Str8 Rippin backs against the wall, potentially going down 3-0 in this best of 7. Can they make something happen as we make our way into Empire Strongholds?
Empire Strongholds is a game type you want a great start on when you get that first control of Pit or get control of that first Overshield. So we're going to have to see what these teams prioritize. I personally prioritize Overshield over Camo. However, Empire can be a dark map, and it's one of those situations where a perfectly played Camo is better than a perfectly played Overshield.
Well, we'll find out who does grab these power-ups. We're going to see Stellar Grit POV to kick things off with. Will scoop out, and he'll ground pound back on, and he's managed to keep the OS as well. Fair play. It's pretty much been burned, but good God, what a huge play.
And he just went for it. Just went for it, and he's practiced that multiple times before, just realizing that he goes over the edge of the cliff and ground pounds back, so he's out of range and can't get killed while that Overshield's charging. As soon as it comes back, clambers up, and he has a full Overshield to take on any members outside.
You see a fair few people doing it where they just go behind and they go to that corner because when they jump back, they can anchor that pillar. They can just hover and ground pound stall behind that pillar to give them the time they need for that OS to kick in, then come in. Fair enough, you see, as you mentioned, you do. Oh, cheeky beatdown from a sneaky player there. 1-2 members do go down. That's going to be Renegade. Penguin comes in with the noob combo. Can he shut this one down? Just clips the wall. Unfortunately, 2 players do collapse on Ace, but he knows where Renegade is. Instantly, though, he's forced back out there by 2 members on Str8 Rippin.
Well, yeah, this Penguin evolved to have some sort of camouflage, and he did a great job using his full duration. That was the full 45 seconds, as you saw it dissipated at the very end there. So there's going to be certain situations where I've always been interested in that stat to see how players, how often they use the camo to its fullest, because there's plenty of times where players get like that 1 kill or 2 or a little bit of damage, and they're like 10 or 15 seconds into the camo. One thing that players fail to realize is every second that the camo is alive, it puts the other team in discomfort. They have so much more breathing room, they're so much more comfortable. Once that camo is off the map, they will gladly trade with camo any day of the week.
Ooh, I tell you what, that little battle that we just saw from Blue Base, fair enough. Team Liquid don't have it. But how long did they stall Str8 Rippin on getting that blue base? They've literally just sat them spawning in here for a good 10 seconds, which in the meantime, in the bigger story, we had a triple cap coming out of Liquid Div, and because they stalled them there, they've managed to extend their lead by at least 10 seconds.
And look at this, no fear from that Liquid squad. Like you said, not only just stalling, but also being the aggressor. They're just one step ahead. They're not sitting back and just guarding pit or guarding red base. Instead, they say, all right, you know, we don't have blue base right now. Let's crash in 3 players over at blue base and capture that. And once again, they're doing it over at red base. So even though they aren't holding these full caps for extended durations, they're getting an extra 3 to 7 points here and there, and then they're going to do it again. I would expect to see Penguin to go all the way over towards blue base and try to get this cap or this trip cap again.
Well, I do believe we have a Team Liquid listening ready in the back. So you know what, guys, let's dive on in with an Astra listen. Have a listen to the communication of Team Liquid as they now have the triple cap in control.
I'm here. Hold on. I'm weak.
Look at Turbine. One shot Turbine, AP.
One shot, I'm left. Hold on.
Nice.
No more Turbine. Gonna chase. Blue outside.
They're going pit.
One's left side as well.
I spawned one pit.
Two in pit. One's one shot.
Yeah. Go.
They're both weak. Get in.
Get it ready.
Nice. We got ready. My God. I got 2.
One shot right curve. 2 red shot.
Gonna go sneaky. He has to go sneaky. I'm chasing him.
I got red security.
Going red.
Top red tower.
Yeah, look.
Top security. Red security. I have shots running at 2 shot.
Get on red. I'm going blue. Get on red. I'm going blue.
Later red security.
I got blue. Me and him got blue. Me and this guy got blue.
I'm needing blue outside. I'm getting picks up front.
Yo, red blue security.
Outside.
APD blue security.
I got 2.
Nice. Keep it going. Go. Play aggressive.
Blue security as well. Sitting on the left. Same.
Keep up the aggression.
Go weak. Blue plat still.
My bad.
Let's go. Blue plat.
Weak.
Go left side.
I'm dead. One shot flat. Red.
Front blue.
Nice shit, Tim.
Absolute blue security. Renegade. Going flat. He's on the plat.
OS 49.
Alright, I'm hiding under red fan. You're red sneaky?
Front red.
Blue BR. Okay. Trying to look blue BR.
No deaths here. OB 49.
I'm blue. One's on
I
blue.
got one. Another one red sneaky.
Pick up blue, guys.
Red sneaky chasing me outside red.
Blue on blue. Only one on blue. One shot on blue. Nice shot.
OB 49. OB 49.
I'll go camo.
Go
for OB, Kevin.
44. I'm on camo. I'm just waiting.
Go for OB, B challenge.
Time and time again, Dave, it's just OS after OS after OS. Liquid just absolutely drilling straight into the ground here in game number 3. I think this is pretty much games. I mean, fair enough. I'm a believer in comebacks, but this is looking rough.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible, but there's a trip cap. You have overshield in the hands of Eco. You also have Team Liquid outslaying 39-21 at this moment. It is just an absolute slaughter right now. Team Liquid taking game number 3, 100-1.
Mass murder indeed. Liquid, excuse the pun, washing away the competition. Str8 Rippin are absolutely looking like nothing. I mean, it really does just kind of go to show the difference between this, you know, that top 2, top 3 section, especially top 2, compared to as you work the way down, you know, 3, 4, 5. At the moment, they're playing on a different level.
Yeah, and well, that's the weird thing is you look at game number 1 and game number 2, it's actually extremely close. You saw how Str8 Rippin got that first flag cap on Fathom, how they were neck and neck on Coliseum Team Slayer. I mean, even Coliseum Team Slayer, like a 50-41 game, that can take off towards that second half of the game, depending on who gets those 6-minute power weapons and who's just hitting a few more shots.
I think the one thing I just want to note here, Dave, is how you're looking at the top KDs and the top kills done. There's still, it's not as if they're not doing objective work. 4-4-4 at the top. They're still doing what needs to be done. Look at the secures coming out of Eco.
Well, if you remember how we saw Liquid constantly collapsing, you'd notice how there would always be 2 or 3 members pushing over to red base, capturing that one, clearing out pit if necessary, and then pushing back over towards blue base. And they always collapse in from different angles. That was the amazing part is, I remember when we watched from Penguin's POV, one time we went from security, went through alley, killed those guys in front window, and then after he captured it, went through outside and went all the way over towards blue base. So it's one of those things where they're collapsing from multiple angles based on their teammates' positions. It's not like they're just all traveling in one small pack and going to a stronghold. they're traveling from 2 or 3 different angles and then capturing the stronghold together.
At the moment, it is Str8 Rippin seeing red, as we just saw there on screen. Team Liquid taking the first 3 matches of this best of 7 series. I mean, you've got to be concerned. You've really got to be concerned going into game number 4, because Liquid, they are doing what Liquid does best. They are just going on an absolute mission. Me personally, I'd probably like to see, I know it's hindsight me just saying this, but how good did Str8 come out of the stocks on Fathom CTF? If they could manage to keep that up, maybe we could be seeing a difference. But honestly, I think Liquid were just like, oh, okay, boys, it's time to go now. It's go time. Let's pull his finger out and do what needs to be done here. But yeah, we're moving into a capture the flag on Coliseum. Coliseum was a little bit messy earlier on for Str8 Rippin. Let's see if they can tighten this one up and at least push this to a game number 5.
Well, this is actually a great game type for Str8 Rippin coming up next, because after how chaotic and fast-paced Empire Strongholds was, they would like a game type that should take a little bit longer, something like a Coliseum flag, or, you know, clearly they already played Fathom capture the flag, but it's one of those things where they can slow it down, start to feel out the other team, and a lot of times a convincing victory on something like Coliseum flag over 12 minutes could bring that momentum back. Instead of just getting like one quick regret Team Slayer victory, it's like, all right, they can beat and batter Team Liquid if they're able to take this game and switch it over in their favor.
So you saw the sniper, you saw the rockets. It is so vital, so damn vital on this map. You control the power weapons because they point blank control the game. APG kicking it off with his POV. First strike comes in, down one goes with the sniper. Sniper potentially has flown off the map. We will look around, comes around the corner, catches one player, thrust to the right, but he does. Good God. I mean, we know Richie Hines likes objective, but talk about a quick pull, Dave.
Yes, that was incredible by Hines, and look at the distraction it creates. Renegades get the double kill. I don't know.
He put down a Death Splinter. He put down a Death Splinter nade. And he stopped him from getting the flag. He couldn't get a touch, and then the rockets fall as well.
That is a game changer right there. That could have went from a capture plus control for Str8 Rippin, and now that's a flag return and back on even footing.
That's absolutely devastating. Not only do they lose the power weapon control, but it was a very clever play, I believe, from a member of Team Liquid. They know they're about to go down, so they put down a Splinter nade, and you saw Ace just sprinting in to try and get a touch on it, and he was just demolished. Easy return for Liquid. We'll go back on Hines' POV, back on the aggression, back on the post. I believe that, yes, there is indeed a member of Str8 Rippin inside this base. However, they don't have that elbow covered. He's going to be drilling many players, but unfortunately, it's all for nothing. Saying that Ace is also here as well. He can get this kill on Stella, which he cannot. Yes, he can. No, he cannot. That was actually his teammate who went down. The flag's still on the move, so I've got to say, Dave, they've not stopped the pressure. Str8 Rippin, they're going up 1-0.
I well thought that flag capture was over, especially when we saw 2 or 3 members drop. A lot of times, once you start to see death after death at the bridge or at the flag, it's sort of like, okay, Liquid sort of has control of their base, or at least they've gotten the crucial kills, but Str8 Rippin did not give up on that capture whatsoever. Did a great job rallying it back, and it just felt like they got the perfect amount of kills. They probably went even or negative in slays during that 20-second period where they ran the flag back.
I like what they did, though. It was just all-out aggression. Push, push, push. Cheeky jump back from Renegade. The thrust does save his life, fair enough. He is eliminated straight afterwards, but that's going to be a nice kill for them, as Richie Hines will go one-on-one with Stella. Hides around the pillar. Grenade goes down, hoping he'll jump onto it. Instead will be Stella who nades out Richie Hines. APG, though, left over here in maze on his own, gets demolished. And Liquid, well, they're just slaying. They're hoping to push Str8 Rippin into the back of the base on the respawn screen. But I tell you what, Ace is saying no, not today. Does rip the shields off one player as the ground pound comes in. Does not find its target. Still rockets in the back pocket, Dave. Ace doing God's work at the moment by keeping Team Liquid at bay.
Yeah, that is what God wants to see. He wants to see people with rockets controlling the snipe side of the map, and he is doing an incredible job, though. One thing I want to highlight from Str8 Rippin during that last flag capture is most teams, after they get a flag capture, they start to give up so much control of the map. Even though we start to see Str8 Rippin members drop a little bit after that, Str8 Rippin did an incredible job capturing the flag and still keeping control of snipe side of the map.
So one thing I want to ask you, obviously we saw for Ace that he stayed at Fountain for the majority of the time. He had all 4 rockets and he didn't move once from Fountain. What's going on there, Dave? Is he just kind of keeping back the Team Liquid assault, or is that Team Liquid really keeping Str8 Rippin back in the base and just applying too much pressure?
Oh, I mean, that one's a tough one to pick apart. I feel like Str8 Rippin have best been the aggressors this entire match. We haven't seen a Liquid flagpole yet. We haven't seen Liquid get fully comfortable. And one of the reasons being is because Str8 Rippin's just outslaying them so heavily. It is 30 kills in favor of Str8 Rippin and only 22 for Team Liquid.
Oh, missed shot at the end there, unfortunately for APG, so he will drop down. One player goes down as well. Heinz pretty much last man standing. Flags on move. Does fall down into a spider web of Splinter Grenade, but the flag is on the move, and it's going to be Team Liquid looking to put this one in. Grenades coming in thick and fast, but managing to see Rain stay alive. His teammates there for the collection. FedEx in full control. Stella puts it in. 8 minutes remaining on the clock. We're all drawn up one apiece.
And look at Stella, that heads-up play. Realizes the player's right next to him on the elbow. Gets that ground pound, gets the damage, and I believe that was cleaned up. Yes, that was Heinz who eventually got taken down. We're going to see what Rain and crew do here to control these set of rockets, because right now they're in prime position. They have a player over at Snipe side, and they have a player near top rockets. But seems like Str8 Rippin has something to say about that as we see two members of Liquid fall.
They will be pulling this flag, but they've got to be careful of APG. I'm not sure where he's creeping around, but he does have a sniper rifle.
That was a big blunder. I hate to cut you off, Sims, but they had flag run over front bridge, and two of those players got hit by the same frag grenade. That is one of those, I don't want to call it exactly an unfortunate circumstance, because you always know grenades are going to fly towards the flag. Sure, you want to cover your flag carrier from different angles, but at the same time, you can't be standing right next to each other.
We appreciate how long those rockets have actually been uncontested. They've been up there for at least 30 seconds now. And look at this. This is potentially a stealth cap. No, it's not, because the flag, I didn't realize, Dave, has actually been drawn. It's only on the bridge, though. 2-1 now for Str8 Rippin. This is exactly what we wanted to see. Look at that kill feed. Rockets and Sniper, both power weapons in control of Str8 Rippin. I don't believe APG has actually died since last time we saw him.
I don't think so either. He has one bolt left in this. Now, the important moment coming up, though, is 40 seconds from now. Both these squads, they may try to go for an immediate flagpole, but in the end, they're going to mostly focus on these rockets and snipers coming up at the 6-minute mark. So for those that are unfamiliar with how the power weapons spawn in Halo, every 3 minutes the sniper comes up, and every 2 minutes the rocket comes up. So that means at the 6-minute mark, both those power weapons are coming up at the same time.
Creeping around bottom mid, the player above him doesn't know where he is, so he's definitely have called out this guy. On Rocky side, you just see his jetpacks kick in as he goes sprinting past. That's going to be Rain trying to make something of that flag. He's let him get away, though, unfortunately. I'm looking for a teammate to support him and help him out, because while all this is going on, he's just running free.
Yes, this is risky, and it looks like it's paying off for Rain and Team Liquid. Maybe not, though. As I talked about, it's somewhat risky going for those flags during both power weapons, but it seems like both squads making a bit of a mistake. We see rockets falling now in the hands of Liquid along with a flag cap, and Heinz is going to see what he can do with the sniper rifle to hopefully get this third and final cap.
Quite a lot of misunfortunates happened then. We saw one player in the form of Rain catching the bottom area here on the silver side, on the metal, didn't manage to get the flag up in time. But then one player from Str8 Rippin came in with the rockets. I'm not entirely sure what happened there. Personally, would like to have maybe seen them jump back a bit. I suppose it was emergency panic stations, grab the flag and pull it.
Yeah,
things happen.
It was panic from both sides. That rocket player could have just tried to go for the counter cap, you know, went and just got those couple easy kills. Instead, tried to be a hero and tried to get the kill and the stop. So we're gonna have to see if that ended up biting them or not, because right now we almost have every single member on the map dead. I first was going to think that Liquid was going to take control of the map, but there was like literally 7 people on the map dead for just one moment.
We had a quick look and everyone had died. Penguin comes in, sniper rifle. In fact, just opts to leave it. I mean, fair enough. If the people are down, the time's right. Why not run this flag? He's bumping across. He's got it all the way to the other side of silver. That is a huge, huge flag pull. Let's see if they can make it happen.
Liquid are just going to want to bait this for a moment and get slays, because they could put themselves at risk of a counter cap if they desperate this too hard. Rain tosses up on the top bridge. Right now, Liquid needs slays more than anything. That's a flag recovery for Str8 Rippin, saving this game and their tournament life.
The Ketchup Club will be yelling because Richie Hines just went clutch to keep his team in this one. Jumps up onto the bridge. One player comes around on APG screen. Can he get the no-scope? He gets the tag. One of his teammates from across the map, Dave, helps him out. Ace saves the day.
And that was the sniper rifle that Penguin opted to leave earlier. We talked about whether that was a wise play or not, and it looks like it came back to bite Team Liquid by giving that to APG.
And Rockets will drop down bottom mid, so both power weapons in play, but they're out and about looking for Spartans to pick them up and put them to good use. Ace's POV will drop down. Eco with a double. Penguin with a kill of his own. And now they can push back. Oh, whoa, does get the kill finally, but still, that's going to be pretty much all of Str8 coming off of the respawn. One's in the back of the base. You've got Stella diving in here with Rockets as well. Does clipping off the table, though, so great kill from him. That's a double. That's huge.
And I'm wondering where that headshot medal was, because that was a perfect Rocket headshot right there. As Stellar's running this across bottom center, gets it over to red Rocket corner. He is one shot away from dying. That is Team Liquid taking the game and the series.
GG, no re. Str8 Rippin will fall down to the loser bracket. We will see Team Liquid advance forward to the upper side and the winner final. What an absolutely sterling performance from Stella. We'll bring the stats up in just a second. I say Stella, from the entirety of Team Liquid. What a fantastic match. And I mean, I've got to say, I've got to still give credit to Str8 Rippin. They did not give up in that game number 4, Dave.
No, absolutely not. But one thing I also want to highlight is that's a 4-0 against Str8 Rippin. Str8 Rippin, a squad who was playing incredible yesterday against crowd pleasers. What do you think about this Liquid roster at the moment? I mean, we keep talking about how they're poised to be the second best team here. We talk about how strong of a squad Optic is. But at the same time, Liquid in the semifinals just got a 4-0 victory.
So we'll take a quick further look at some of these stats. 23 and 18 coming out of Stella. Damage done. Look at that, 3.5k from him. On the opposing side, though, I've still got to say, 25 and 18 coming out of Ace, 3.2. We saw some of the damage that he was doing. We'll take a look at the flag grabs.